Hey guys, welcome back to the Lucy Show. Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome, Mr. Fix-It. Thank you for being first. Everyone coming into this live stream, this is my second channel, main channel, link down in the description below. But as you can see by the title over here, we don't just talk about stocks and crypto here like I do on the main channel. Over here, feel free to bring up anything that interests you, anything under the sun. I'm going to talk about the fact that Congress held a public hearing on UFOs for the first time in 50 years. I don't know why we're not giving UFOs as much attention as we are the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, but it seems like everything that I would like to see more of, I never really get enough coverage on, or at least I don't see enough platforms talking about it. Like on YouTube, you can find three different, just like off the top of my head, there's like Crime and Law Network, there's the Fox Live Network that continuously, updates and live broadcasts this stuff. But where is all the live broadcasts? And where's all the channels that show you stuff about like UFOs and Congress and what the government's thinking about, these UFOs? I did see a Neil deGrasse Tyson Twitter post recently where I don't know what he really means by it, but he was pretty much saying like if aliens or UFOs exist, it's kind of interesting that with cell phones and people making videos go viral, how is it that we don't really see? I think the gist of it is like it's interesting that we don't see video recordings, high resolution video recordings going viral with like maybe extraterrestrials. At least that's what I think. Do your own DD, entertainment purposes only on my channel. Always do your own research. But I always thought it was like, I personally, okay, first off, this is a post by Morning Brew. It says lawmakers gathered this morning, I think that was yesterday, and what was the first congressional public hearing on UFOs in 50 years. I didn't even know that the government admitted to UFOs being a real thing until like during the pandemic. And at that point, I wasn't even sure if we were going to survive. So it didn't really faze me. I love how these things are like planned, perfect timing. Like if nothing else was going on, right? There's no Putin war stuff going on. There's no Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. There's no Elon Musk taking over Twitter. There's no other like distractions. If we just were like super boring every single day and then you just pop it to the public, like, okay, aliens, let's talk about UFOs, I think it would be a lot more loud. But when you're putting information like this out to a public which is freaking out on if they can even get out of their homes, if this is the end of the world, like in 2020, I think it didn't get nearly as enough attention as it deserved. But anyways, over the past few years, the discussion around UFOs or unidentified, I guess they're calling it UAPs now, not UFOs. It says around UFOs or unidentified aerial phenomena has intensified as more prominent voices have spoken up. The issue has become a matter of national security. There's another issue. For those of you that have not smashed that like button, please do so. Really appreciate it. It really helps with my channel over here. So huge thanks to all of you guys that have tapped that like button coming in here. Hi there, Haruki, Hector the Dude, MD, Tai Slagmaster, you're watching. What's up? The conversation today was less focused on extraterrestrial life, with much of hearing spent discussing the worry that Russia or China may have technology that our military was yet to produce and is using it to enter U.S. airspace. Overall, it's a disappointing day for alien enthusiasts, but it marks another step for our lawmakers as they try to make sense of what military personnel and citizens have been reporting for decades. So, I guess at Congress, they didn't go deep into detail more about extraterrestrial life or if there is even extraterrestrial life. I think most people believe that there is an extraterrestrial life out there. I like to think that there is life beyond our planet over here, and there is life in another galaxy, if not in our galaxy, and that they're just like there are aliens or extraterrestrial or call them whatever you want, or just human beings or other beings or other animals even and on another planet. Because I think if you have an animal that doesn't look like any of the animals on this planet and they come to this planet, we would be calling them aliens or whatever. Maybe they look like the Hulk or Thor, but then that would just look like us. But anyways, well, I don't look like Thor, but Thor's supposed to be a god, right? Yeah. Anyways, I don't think that even if somebody had like a magical powers, or if they're like a super being or extraterrestrial or Thor, if they came onto our planet, I think they would be smart enough to not get caught by cameras and video recording. Or if you believe in like Harry Potter and stuff, then they could just make your memories disappear. So I I think if we're going to go that route and say there's a possibility of these super beings or extraterrestrials, and how is it that they're not caught on like live recording somewhere, secretly taped, like the Twitter execs recently? I think that would be the reason. Like they're too smart. They're just too smart to show that they are a super being, because otherwise you would endanger yourself in a sense. That's what I believe in. Or they do exist. I like to believe that they do exist, but they're just not on our planet, because it is kind of strange that we can catch everything, but we can't catch like a super being. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about UFOs. All right. Um, Back on. Oh, actually, before we start talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case, the reason why you can see in my title that I'm going to do a little review on Fantastic Beasts and Below, the movie from like, I think it's 2000, but it's like 2001 or something. Below is a very, very old movie. Yeah, at least 21 years old. Yeah. By Johnny Depp. And I don't know what it is. I think like obviously all of my machines, like everything that I use, like listens to me, I swear. Because okay, I looked at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. Like I was bored off of watching stuff on Netflix. Then I told you guys that I went on YouTube and I just watched a couple clips. Okay. I watch a couple clips. And then by the time I go onto Netflix, and I don't know again if Johnny Depp is just really popular right now, so everybody's searching like Johnny Depp films. But by the time I log back onto Netflix, my recommended was the movie Below by Johnny Depp, where he was like one of the main characters, and Penelope Cruz. Great actors. I watched it. I highly, highly recommend anyone who hasn't watched Blow. I think it's a great movie. And then I was automatically like, after I was watching Blow, because it took me 2 days to finish. I was recommended this movie called Donnie Brasco. I didn't watch it yet, so don't ruin it for me. I know it's like an FBI agent that goes undercover for like a mafia family or something like that in New York. So that's with Johnny Depp as well. And I think that's actually prior to the 21st century. But I'm gonna watch that next. Blow, I won't say too much about it, but I just thought that it was a really, really well done, super entertaining, like sit on the edge of your seat, try to figure out what happens next kind of film. And I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Highly recommend. I think most people would enjoy that movie. I think it's one of Johnny Depp's best movies. I honestly wasn't like a huge fan. Like I always thought like, yeah, he's a good actor from just Pirates of the Caribbean, but there was never any movies where I'm like, oh my God, I love Johnny Depp in this specific movie, aside from like Pirates of the Caribbean. I've seen like Edward Scissorhands and stuff, but I don't know, it doesn't have like a long lasting, I don't know. I guess it didn't hit me as hard, but I think Blow was honestly, or is now, my favorite movie from Johnny Depp. And that's including Pirates of the Caribbean. I think he was really, really good in it. And it was just overall really good film. Oh, right. And I watched Rum Diary. So yes, I watched Rum Diary before watching Blow. So maybe all my machines just, it tracks and then it knows that I'm just now watching like in a rabbit hole of Johnny Depp movies. But I did watch Fantastic Beasts as well. But that's something I've been meaning to watch since forever, because I watch all of the Harry Potter movies. And Fantastic Beasts I know is like more prequel, or like when Dumbledore was younger, but I never went to actually watch it, because I didn't really know any of the characters. I never read a Fantastic Beasts book. I heard it is a book, but it's like a really thin book just about the guy Newt and his like different beasts. For some friends of mine that have seen that book or owned it. That's why I never really like hesitated to see it right away, because I'm like, I don't know what it's about. It's like just kind of like a Harry Potter world, but not really. Harry's not really involved. But now that I've seen it, I'm sad that I waited this long to watch it, because I feel really late. but I did watch the first one. So Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the first one, and then Fantastic Beasts. Is it called Grindelwald? Grindelwald. The Crimes of Grindelwald. Yes, which is played by Johnny Depp before he apparently got canceled. I didn't watch the 2022, the newest one yet, but I will. But I just thought it was really, really good. But both the Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2. But I will say this. I feel like Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2, or just the whole series, is a combination of Harry Potter plus Pokemon. Like, that's literally what it is. The guy Newt, the main character, instead of carrying around Pokeballs, he just has like this suitcase. But at the end of the day, he like sees different beasts. He'll like randomly come across random beasts, and then he'll technically collect them, gotta catch them all, and put it in his suitcase. And then he ends up using or riding them, or they're helping him out like his buddies. So it really just reminds me of Pokemon, to be honest. I think it was just like a perfect combination of Harry Potter's world and like the wizards plus Pokemon, but with a briefcase, so it's like less likely. And then you can also, you yourself, hop into the Pokeballs in a sense, because Newt and his friends can like go inside the suitcase. I heard FB didn't do well. F YouTube says Facebook didn't do well. Oh, you mean like Facebook stocks? I love how you guys just come on here and don't talk to me about anything else except more stocks and crypto. Stocks and crypto are not doing good, guys. Clearly. And I don't know how much more bleeding we have to deal with, but I did look at Dogecoin. I would say a few hours back, and it was tipping closer to the likes of 8.4 cents. I don't want to look at it now. I'm just happy that it's somewhere over 8 cents, but it does feel like a slow kill. Like it feels like this isn't the bottom, and then we're just kind of being dragged, and then it is possibly a huge, huge bull trap for more people to buy in these prices of stocks and crypto, thinking it's at the bottom or near bottom, and then just deal with another terrible, terrible drop in the coming months. So I'm just kind of chilling with it because I can't bring myself to sell my Dogecoins, even if I wake up and it's like just solid 5 cents. But for anybody with a chance to get out still, and you bought it at 5 cents, or maybe you bought it at 6.5 cents, and you recently just went to hell and back as Dogecoin dropped to 6.5 cents, might want to second guess or really, really reflect upon your choices. Mr. Fixit says Blue movie is a masterpiece. Soundtrack is great. Honestly, I mean, I think what I liked about it also is it is supposed to be inspired, or it's based on a true story. So in the end of the Blue movie, I remember they showed you what is his name? George. Forgot his last name already. But yeah, George, the dude who was connected with Pablo Escobar. Is it Escobar? Or like a really, really famous drug dealer, drug lord person from Mexico over 20 years back. Or is it 20? I think it is 20 years back, right? Or more than 20 years ago. Actually, the movie was from like featuring the 80s, I want to say. So it might be like 40 years ago. Pablo Escobar. I think that's his name. It's funny because I don't really know about his case, but his name sounds so familiar. So I feel like I probably heard about him, this Pablo person who's a real person, from like other movies, because I don't remember watching Below. George Young. Yes. A very I'd never known anybody with the last name Young, but I won't forget that. I would have pronounced it Jung, but it's Young. Gotcha. But yeah, again, highly recommend. Okay. In terms of Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, did anybody in here, are you guys watching the clips? Because I'm not watching it live. Like I'm not watching I know you can find us everywhere. Like you can find their live trial on Twitter, like whenever it's happening, and then or afterwards, you could see it on YouTube. I'm not watching it live. I guess like you would have to watch all of it if you do watch it on some type of like a network live. I'm just watching like the breakdown, like many videos from different networks afterwards. So I feel like I've seen a lot of clips, not every single clip. And I gotta say, it's so entertaining now to me because this person, I think her name is Camille Vasquez. Camille, the 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 lady who's representing, she's the lawyer, I believe, that represents Johnny Depp. She's just so much fun to watch. Like she is so aggressive, but like on point with all of her remarks in the trial. Like I feel kind of bad for Amber Heard because most of the times she'll just be like verbally attacking, and Amber Heard would have like nothing, like literally nothing good to say back at her because she'd like be making like a really good point. I feel like she's like an Avenger. Lawyer style, which by the way, I just reminded me, I saw that there's going to be a new movie coming out called She-Hulk, and I don't watch like I don't read the comics, so I don't know if people are just like making this stuff up now from Disney, aka Marvel, because they own Marvel, and then now all these different characters are popping up, or if She-Hulk was always a character. But there's going to be a She-Hulk movie, a green Lady Hulk, and apparently she's an attorney. So yeah, it's not going to be Camille Vasquez, but I just thought, man, how cool would it be if they like hired a real life lawyer to be an Avenger or to join the Marvel character world, and they are real life lawyer, but then in the movie they'll be like a lawyer and a Hulk. That'd be pretty cool. I'm probably gonna watch it. I don't know. I don't really think I've seen any movies because her face looked really unfamiliar to me. The actress who's gonna be playing She-Hulk, but the trailer looked really fun, so I'm down to watch it. But I have to catch up because I didn't even watch Morbius yet. Yeah. Bakes Abundant, welcome to the stream. Hi there, Henry. Henry says, hello, how are you feeling, Mr. Fix-It? Oh, yeah. Mr. Fix-It, you said you were in the hospital. Are you out of the hospital now? What if you dyed your hair black, Bake says, and then when Doge goes to $1, dye it back? So contrary to popular belief, I did not dye my hair this color, as in Doge blonde. I did not dye it into a Doge blonde color because of Dogecoin for any reason. I was just literally like, it just got lighter and lighter. I was attempting to dye my own hair and testing with it. And as I did that throughout the pandemic, and honestly, I think most of it is just because I was in a pandemic lockdown and I was bored. So had a lot of fun doing my own hair and eventually got like this. And now I cannot go any lighter. I try to make this like these colors more light. It's just not turning lighter. So I think I'm stuck with this unless I pour like, yeah, just black hair dye. And then go back to having black hair, which is less work, but I'm just kind of growing it out now. So maybe I'll just keep growing out my roots until Dogecoin goes to $1. Then I'll dye it blonde again. um Thanks, Bakes. A young Emily Blunt is in Blow as Johnny Depp's daughter. Wait, no, Henry. A young Emily Blunt is in Blow. Oh, you're talking about like the daughter, the young girl, right? That's not Emily Blunt. That's what's her name? Oh my god, I know it. That's Julia Roberts' niece. I forgot her name just now that we're talking about it. I swear I had it. It's not Julia. Is it Emily? Is it Emily Roberts? I think her last name is Roberts too. I forgot her name. Emily. Oh no, this is gonna bother me. Give me a second. No, it's definitely not. Like you're talking about the kid, right? Hold on. Blow. Let's just put in Blow. Okay, that might have not been a good idea. Okay, no, there it is. It's a 2001 movie. Okay, I got that right. Emma Roberts. Aha. Okay, it's not Emily Roberts. It's Emma Roberts. She plays Christina Young as a kid, the baby one. And then the one that's like talking to him in the end, I don't know who that girl is, but she looks really familiar. The lady that he pictures as her when she's older that he imagines. That's like somebody else. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to have to uh remove or hide and remove. Okay, somebody's spamming. School Emma Roberts. Oops. I'm like Emily Blunt. I don't know the age differences though. Like who's what age, Emily Blunt or Emma Roberts? That is, this movie, I guess, is kind of old. It's like 20, 21 years ago. But yeah, glad you guys have seen it. I feel like I missed out by seeing it so late. You're streaming until stocks and crypto. Lucy streaming until stocks and crypto pump. Well, I've been streaming since it was not pumping to when it was pumping and then it was dumping. So I will be around hopefully even when it pumps again. Um, but yeah, I think that this trial, like, or what's catching most of my attention now whenever I look at the case is just I want to see Camila Vasquez. I want to see like the Johnny Depp's female attorney kind of talk. I like her voice too. She has a very like striking voice. Just everything she says. I'm like, damn. I'm like, that's pretty solid. uh, and again, I think overall this relationship, I'm not like, oh my god, Team Johnny. Yes, like he's so much better than Amber Heard, like most people are on the internet these days. I don't feel like a strong love for Johnny Depp and a strong hatred for Amber Heard. I feel like again, don't know either of them. So wish them luck with their lives. If I had to guess who's going to win this case, though, I'm going to have to put my money on Johnny Depp, but that's just based off of what I've seen. It seems like the case is much stronger with Johnny Depp, in my opinion, from seeing all of the evidence pulled up, all the video recordings, the elevator ride recordings. Like, there's so many recordings and depositions that go into a trial. My God, just makes I feel like if anybody needed a reminder to like think twice before getting married with somebody, this is like the perfect reminder because if you get married and then you start suing each other, whew, that's a lot of paperwork. Like every time she has to like look over something and Johnny Depp's attorney side would be like, look, flip to page like 16 or 25 or whatever. It would be in this crazy thick, like heavy Bible looking, thicker than a Bible actually, stack of paper. I can't imagine like how much paperwork, how many trees lives are wasted on all of these lawsuits. um but yeah, I just feel like unfortunately her case is a little weak here from looking at a bunch of evidence and text messages. I think mainly the part that unfortunately is not good for her is she said, I think that he had broken her nose or she felt like he had broken her nose, but either way, basically just referring to the physical trauma that she endured. And then I think it was Camille Vasquez or one of the Johnny Depp lawyers pretty much went ahead and said, okay, like you take a lot of pictures of him. Like there's all of this picture proof of him, I guess taking pictures, no, of her, sorry, taking pictures of Johnny Depp, like when there's ice cream spilled on him or when he's drunk and lying next to like the lamp, just like drunk on the ground or whatever, passed out. Like she has all these images of him and video recordings and whatnot, like using her iPad, I guess, to record him when he was like knocking at cabinets. And then the lawyer made a really good point, which I thought of too. Like, if you are someone who usually likes to take videos and recordings and pictures, which is something I like to do as well, the chances of you, if you did have like go through a lot of painful traumatic things or maybe like possibly a broken feeling nose or a broken nose or similar to something like being hurt to an extent of like maybe a broken nose or you think you have a broken nose, you probably would take pictures of those very terrible injuries. I know I would. Like if somebody if somebody even bruised me like on my hand, I would make sure I document that just for future suing purposes. So, yeah, I think that was one of the points that had me souls at least um on the fact that or on the possibility that maybe there just wasn't that type of proof. The fact that she didn't really take pictures of it or recordings right after it happened. But who knows? Or maybe some people are just uncomfortable with taking pictures or videos of themselves at a very, very down time. But I personally, honestly, would do it, especially if somebody else did that to me, just for proof purposes. And you never really know when you're gonna sue your ex-husband. So I think if this case does end, and I think it's supposed to by the end of this month, probably I would think that Johnny Depp is going to win. But I think like for both of them, this relationship honestly is just, it was not good. Like, definitely feels like it was toxic on both sides. Like there is no way that only one person did all the wrong. I feel like they together made many, many, many mistakes and then just kind of probably continued it because of the love or whatever it is that they had. Definitely, were attracted to each other enough to stay in this relationship for so long. So sometimes I look at them in court and I'm like, wow, what if they just had like the best communication? Or what if they just had a day where they really like apologized to each other and just became friends or started over, and then there doesn't have to be so much hate or lawsuits like this where people like they both basically revealed a bunch of embarrassing things about each other and clips that probably they don't want other people hearing. Like it's very intimate and private things that you talk about, like whether it's in the bedroom or in a car or anywhere where it's just like between you and your spouse or your partner. It's just very, I think, a sad, sad situation. Um, Please tell me you're wearing those shorts. Bardistas, nope, I'm not wearing those shorts in my short video. Actually, no, it wasn't a short video. In my parody skit video on the main channel. I know you guys like my shorts. I mean, some people don't like my shorts, but I love my shorts. I actually got those for like I think it was $5 or $6. It was definitely under $10. I like buying cheap clothing, so I'm very proud of those. They're very spandexy and comfortable. For anybody needing comfortable shorts, you can go ahead and check out my main channel under the Yours Truly playlist and check out the crypto therapy video. You're watching says any jobs, Lucy? Like did I find any jobs? I swear to God, guys, I applied to one job so far. It was actually a referral, so it's kind of sad that I didn't get anything. I didn't hear anything back yet. I applied to one job this week that was a referral that I don't think I'm going to get. And then I have one more job that my friend is going to internally refer me, but I may not get that either. So at least I'm trying. I applied to 2 jobs, or I applied to one. I'm gonna apply to another one. Um, so yeah. But to be honest, guys, I don't really have a office job of any sort or a job yet that I can come up with that I really, really want to apply to and feel like I would be super, super happy going to. Um, Not yet. I will let you guys know if I find that said job. Right now, I'm honestly just trying to make money, extra money. Like I'd be down to take a job just to buy the dip. Like if somebody offered me a job to like, you know, walk their Shiba Inus, I totally do it. No mention of Ghislaine Maxwell case at all, Haru. He says, yeah, media is giving this court case a lot of attention. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have loved the same amount of attention for the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case as we are given for whether it's the Ghislaine Maxwell case or, the UFOs. Like, why can't we just have a whole entire live dedicated to reporters asking the government, like, tell us more. Tell us more about the possible aliens that are out there or these UFOs. Like, where do they come from? What did you do with those UFO parts? Like, we need more information. Do you want to know something? Can I tell you something? The Emperor says. Sure, go for it. If you could choose any job, what would it be? Getting rich off crypto / winning lottery doesn't count. Of course not. That's not a job. I mean, technically, no. Getting rich off crypto, if you're consistently getting rich off crypto and you're like a day trader, I could consider that a job. But for me personally, even if I have buying power again and I could trade nonstop every day, I wouldn't consider myself employed. Um, I would still consider myself unemployed and just doing something I love for fun. Um, I don't consider winning the lottery a job either, because that's like an event that happens to you and that's like one timer. Or actually for some lucky people, it happened multiple times. um, my any job in the world. See, that's my problem. I don't really think there's a job that I would love, love, love. Like I like teaching. I do like teaching, but I don't think I would be good as a teacher. I at one point thought that I might be a teacher. Um, but then I realized it'd be hard for me to be truly happy teaching at a school because I would have to follow the curriculum. And yeah, I don't think I could be my true self teaching whatever it is that I want. I feel like I could probably teach certain things that I want or similar to what I want, but then I will always have to be in this box. And depending on what state I live in, there are certain words I guess you can't say as a teacher nowadays, or there are certain curriculums that you have to teach even if you don't agree with. So, yeah, I think for me, I wouldn't be comfortable being a teacher happy every single day because there are just so many things, so many rules that I don't think I could really live with. So what other honestly, I wouldn't mind if I opened up my own like shop for food, like just cook food all day and give people food. But I don't want to be like a basic restaurant. I want to just like have the type of restaurant where like I make whatever I feel like and or the menu changes all the time. And if you come in for a drink, you don't get to choose the drink. I just give you whatever I feel like. So you can't really be allergic to anything. I think that's the job I want, to have ultimate freedom making some type of like a dessert shop or a food shop, or I make noodles or whatever and it's different all the time, so it's like a surprise every time you come to my restaurant, Lucy's restaurant. Um yeah, I think that would make me kind of happy because I genuinely enjoy like when I make something like tasty, noodles or like a drink, a smoothie or whatever, and then people enjoy it. I don't know, makes me happy. So I would be down to do that. I think that would be pretty cool. And also just working at an ice cream shop, like not the ones that scoop because I feel like I'd be tired, but the machines where you just pull it and then you make a giant ice cream cone. I think I'd be happy to do that. I've done so many sales. Like I know I could do sales and I would like have fun for a while and be like, haha, I just made this person buy something worth $10,000 that they didn't need. Um, and I would feel good for a bit. And then afterwards, I'll be like, darn, I don't feel passionate about this because I don't feel like I'm doing anything that's like making that individual truly happy because of something that I created. So I think I am doing something that I like, just well, YouTube. YouTube, content creating. Yeah. I feel like YouTube does make me happy in a sense. Not happy every single minute though, I would say, because there are days where I'm like, man, why does it take 2 hours to upload this video? Sometimes making videos gets annoying when it comes to like how long it takes to upload and whatnot. Um, and then I feel like I should try to boost my different platforms by like constantly posting stuff. Sometimes I feel like a little stressed out for no reason. And then I'm like, wait, I'm doing this to myself. So who cares? Uh, like, I'm choosing this. I could stop this at any time. I could just shut down all of my platforms, like YouTube, just don't go on Twitter anymore. Don't go on any social media platforms. So I recognize that it's a choice, but I do like it. I would say right now what I'm doing makes me the happiest, but it's kind of not making me any money. So that's why, unfortunately, I might have to go and slave at a job that I don't really like for living purposes. Um, and then if I could trade better in the future, I'm praying like in the next 10 years, if I could trade better, I'd rather just trade. Like I'll do YouTube for fun and for my passion. And I would just trade to try and make money because I don't think I'm passionate about trading. I just like to make money. And I think it's fun. I think it's like a game that I'm not really doing good at right now. But one day, if I do good at it, then I think I'd rather trade and make money and live off of that money than go to a 9 to 5 job where if I sold like I don't know, insurance or something, that I didn't care for. Uh, Best flavor ever, Bartista. Bartista says, I discovered pistachio ice cream. Oh my God. How did you just discover pistachio ice cream? Can't believe I'm this old and only just discovered it. Okay. I don't know how old you are, Bardistas, but I can't believe it took you this. Oh, you know what it is? Maybe you confused mint ice cream with pistachio, because I think for a while when I was a kid, I'm like, I always thought that all the green ones were just automatically mint for some reason. So sometimes I would just, if I didn't feel like mint, I wouldn't even look twice at the green ice cream. Maybe is it that? And then I realized, I'm like, oh, pistachio is so good. Pistachio is one of my favorite nuts out of the many nuts that exist out there. um, yeah, pistachio is good. Can't believe I'm this only discovered. Your voice sounds like this girl on the Blaine Empire show named Dorothy Wang. Bakes abundant. Oh my god, I love the Blaine Empire. Um, I don't know who Dorothy Wang is. Is that the new girl who just showed up? Because I know all the characters, or I think I know most of their names. I don't think I remember Dorothy just yet. Is that the new girl that doesn't like Kane? Is that the girl? I don't think I sound like anybody from the Bling Empire, but I'll take that as a compliment because they're really rich. So, did I miss alien talk? Hi there, Alan. Yeah, you did, but it wasn't a long talk. I mean, feel free to bring up aliens again. I was just saying how um I don't know how I feel about it, but I still would like to believe that there are aliens out there. And if they were on this planet, like on Earth right now, I just find it funny that, well, I think most people that don't believe in aliens find it funny as well that there's been no live recording or a live stream of an alien accidentally caught, just like transforming into like something else in the background of a live stream or somebody doing TikTok. So that makes me kind of sad that because I believe if something crazy happened, there would be proof of it, it would go viral. And because that doesn't exist, makes me feel like there's no like Superman or, Thor on our planet or Hulk or like, a wizard or a mermaid. And when that does happen, then it would be recorded and it would be outed. Yeah, but I still like to believe that there are, and maybe they're just too wise and smart, and they'll only do these things and these transformations or magical powers when there's not a camera on them or a nearby iPhone, or anything really. Like they'll just transform under their bed sheet. I don't know. We see the ships, not the aliens yet, Henry says. But then again, like all this time, it hasn't even been that long, to be honest, that we haven't even had the internet for over 100 years, right? So it hasn't even been 100 years since the internet existed. So, and then for things to go viral and for TikTok and all that, like this is all pretty recent. So maybe there is a chance that we will catch something wild and crazy, maybe underwater or far out into space. I don't know. I'm just This is bias talk because I'd like to believe that there are superheroes and aliens or wizards or yeah, Hogwarts. Hogwarts to an extent. So yeah, don't mind me. I'm not I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist, conspiracy believer, or whatever you call that, but I am open-minded to hearing people's ideas and the possibilities of it. I just can't buy into anything until I see it in real life. Like even if you gave me all the facts of like this exists, I'd be like, okay, cool. Like I need to see it. And then I'll really believe it. Hi there, David. Don't worry, you are exactly like us. um, no, definitely didn't confuse it with mint, Bardisa says. Just never bothered to read an ice cream menu. And I'm old, Bardista says. Sure. Are there people in the chat with kids? Bardista says. Yeah, anybody with babies here? I'm super jealous of anybody with cute little babies. but I don't know. I want a baby, but it's bad because I want a baby, but I don't want a kid. Like I want the baby phase. I want the cute phase where you cradle them and they're so cute and they're chubby and then their arms look like the Michelin man if you have a fat baby, which is what I want. Like when their joints, there's like it just looks like dinner rolls. That's what I want. But I don't know if I want to deal with them when they're like 2 years old or 3 years old. Yeah, that seems like a nightmare to me. A Michelin man baby. Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Just it looks like a little mini Michelin man or just dinner rolls, but they're so cute. Now you don't want the baby face. Steve-O says, no, I want the baby. I don't want the when they start hating you. Like recently I saw this child was waiting for for dinner at a restaurant and saw this kid like smacking his mom's face. I was like, whoa, did not sign up for that. Yeah, kids are annoying from 2 years old until 14. See, David, yeah, I'm like, if only you can program them. It's like, get what you want. I would love it if they could just, be cute and you have them as a baby, like a baby prior to the age of 2, right? Um, very cute. And then afterwards, it's like if I could just get them to be all of a sudden like very responsible, 21 years old, drive a car, just skip all the phases in between where you have to find babysitters and then they destroy all your stuff. And like, yeah, I would like a kid that could just go from baby and then 18 or 21. 21 is even better. Robot babies. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So I'm just going to have to, again, take babies very seriously because it's the most serious thing. I think I've said this before on my live streams. I think it is the most serious thing in the world, like having a baby and the choice and the idea, just that action. I mean, not the action of making a baby. I think everyone does that without thinking it thoroughly that it can make a baby, but to actually decide to have a baby is pretty intense. Um, you definitely need to think about what partner you want to do it with. Um, and if possibly you're going to get a restraining order from that partner or later on do lawsuits with that partner, then maybe you don't want to go there with that person. But either way, even if it doesn't work out with the spouse, I think that's like whatever. That's just unfortunate. But if you choose to have a kid and you both love the child, even if your relationship, I mean, I'm glad that they don't have children because I can't imagine like how traumatic that would be if like your mom and dad's private business was like just unveiled in front of everybody and you're like, sitting there in school hearing about it and just like you can't get anywhere with the TV outside and not hear about it in the US. So that would be, but but if you made a good choice, and at least one of the parents hopefully loves the child unconditionally, then the child will be okay. All right. And not shelling out thousands of dollars, Laugh Crime says, to some scammer who can't trade, but boy, can they market. What? Dan, LOL, have you heard of the Dolce base or $4 base in New Mexico? Are we talking about aliens, Alan? No, I don't know what that is. What's a $4 base or Dolce base? Is that where aliens go to or something? Yes, I only know Area 51. Is that what you're talking about? I only know about Area 51, but I don't think I'm ever going to go there. We need wizards and witches, especially nowadays. I would, I mean, I want to be, I want to be like a superhero if I could, but since my favorite superhero is Scarlet Witch and she's a witch, I think I secretly just rather be a witch or a wizard. Yeah. Or is it the same thing? But like wizards are dudes and witches are females. Is that what it is? Proceeds to look for a baby themed crypto on CoinGecko. Hi there, Kalun. Yeah, I'm separated now. Bardisa says, at the time though, I thought she was the one. To be fair, I think everybody or most people, sane people, go into relationships thinking that it's going to work out. So I'm not really surprised when relationships don't work out. I just think that by statistics, most relationships that go into marriage end up divorced, or at least 50%. That number has probably gone up since the pandemic. At least that's what I've heard. Do your own DD, entertainment purposes only. So yeah, I think everybody goes into a relationship, most people, like trying to be happy, or be happier. And then when it doesn't work out, unfortunately, um, it sucks. Have you ever done any kind of magic? David's like, have you ever done any kind of magic ritual? Or I love how I know what a Ouija board is and how to pronounce that. Ouija board or something like that. Yes to the Ouija board, 100%. I don't know if I told you guys this. Um, I played the Ouija, like a real Ouija board, with a couple friends of mine. I think it's close to Halloween, or maybe it wasn't around Halloween and we were just messing around. We were playing a Ouija board close to a cemetery. I don't think we did it at the cemetery. It might have been close to a cemetery. It was many years ago. And we basically pranked one of our friends. We, we was like a couple of us, and we pranked one of the girls by totally moving it and then answering the Ouija board, where the Ouija board would like point you to different letters and numbers or whatever. We purposely pointed it as if like it was answering questions to the tune of that friend we were pranking on, which is, yeah. I don't think she was that scared, but that's what I did with the Ouija board. But I will say, I don't want to play a Ouija board again, because after we did that, not the girl we pulled the prank on, which I think still to this day, I don't think we told her that we were the ones pulling out the answers. And she was all like, oh my God, how did it know that I moved this many places or whatever? Or that's my birthday. Um, Me and this other girl, the prankers, uh, we were getting into a train, but like two separate trains. Her train was going like north or whatever, mine was going south. Like we were getting into our trains, and then when we went down into like the subway station, we couldn't hear each other or see each other, and then we both freaked out. And then by the time we got to our own destinations, we called each other and we're like, how come we didn't see each other down there? And then we like knew we could see the other side. We could easily explain to each other what we saw from like the other side of the train, but we couldn't see each other. And apparently she screamed like for my name, and then I couldn't hear that. And then I also just like ran around looking. So I guess that was like a creepy experience with that Ouija board. But I think I would still play a Ouija board. Yeah. And then sorry. And then you said magic. Have I done any kind of magic? When I was a kid, I never done any rituals. No, I don't know how to do a ritual. But when I was a kid, I guess I I've watched too much like witch cartoons or maybe TV shows. So I always hoped that I was secretly a witch. Is that close? I guess that's close enough. If you played Ouija, why you didn't ask for crypto answers and predictions? I don't think, again, guys, I didn't even know about cryptocurrency until 2017. I really wish I knew about it a long, long time ago, but I did not. Slender Man. Okay, no, I never try to summon the Slender Man. I didn't actually even know what a Slender Man was until recently after watching like Criminal Minds and a bunch of episodes similar to that. Base, wait, S4. Okay, that's not a dollar sign. Sorry. Alan says S4 base is a section of Area 51. Dulce Base is part of an area in New Mexico that supposedly is like 7 levels and reptilian aliens living there, etc. LOL. Okay, cool. So at least I know about Area 51. Close enough. Can you do a tarot readings too? No, I don't. I've never done a tarot reading. I think I've had, or known acquaintances that have tried tarot reading or done tarot reading for me and people around me. Yeah, that's definitely happened. People have done tarot reading for me slash friends around me. And I would say they're like the horoscopes. I don't feel like anybody's ever said anything to me where I was like, oh my God, like you could tell the future or you do know the past without me telling you. Like that's never occurred. I think that would be life changing to me if somebody could like read my mind or tell me a secret I've never told anybody. I think that would change my perspectives. But until that day happens, usually tarot reading and horoscopes or people that try to tell me that they can read my life or my palm or my face are just very vague statements. Like, yeah, like very, very vague statements. Like one of the statements that somebody who apparently tried to read my face told me at a dinner party, like that they do this not for a living but for fun, but they like study a lot for it. They were like, "Oh, Lucy, like you have like your future," and this is like from reading my face, that my future is all of my partners, like romantic partners, are going to be very obedient, like listens to me. And yeah, Bob, that was pretty spot on. Like most of the people that I've dated, I would say are like not obedient, but like listens to me. Um yeah. So I feel like that was pretty spot on without actually that person knowing me. Like that was the first time they've ever met me. But I think that's also very vague. Like it's one or the other way, right? Like it's either they listen to me or I listen to them mostly. So I guess it was like a 50-50 shot. Who wouldn't like to have obedient partners? Big sense. You'd be surprised. Some people don't want people that listen to them. They like a challenge. They want somebody who they can listen to. How do you explain those people that feel bad and go to the doctor and they can't find anything wrong with them? Then they go to a wizard, get a cleaning ritual, and get better. I would say that whatever works for you, like whatever floats your boat. I think a lot of things are in the mind. So if you go and if I let's say believed in rituals, and I felt sick, like just maybe some body pains or whatever, maybe like I just feel drowsy every day or I'm getting nightmares, and I go to doctors and they can't help me with western medicine or do like a scan and whatever, can't figure out what's wrong with me, and then all of a sudden I go and do a ritual or a wizard and then they help me out. I think I would have to first believe in the wizard, and then if they help me out, then even better. I believe them even more now. So I think that's how I feel about it. It's whatever floats your boat. It's whatever you want to believe in. So yeah. Um, you are a crypto witch, Lucy. Zatansky. I will agree with you that I am a crypto witch, scarlet crypto witch. Once Dogecoin and all my portfolio, Dogecoin, Shiba, Inu, XTZ, Ethereum, even DWAC, everything. Well, DWAC is more stock, not crypto. But if everything goes to the moon that I have one day, someday, and I become a multimillionaire, then I'll believe I am the Scarlet Crypto Witch. Lucy, how many raves you been to? You're watching sus. I honestly don't think I've been to any raves. I mean, maybe like just EDC. I don't think I've been to many raves or any raves. Or yeah, I don't think I've been to many. At least not my memory serves me. I like to think it's just EDC. One time, and the one time. Well, Steve Jobs tried to meditate and it didn't work out well for him, Zlatko says. I didn't know Steve Jobs tried to meditate. Is that true? They can be your puppy. I I would love an obedient woman. That must be nice, Bake says. You go and look for what your heart desires, and hopefully your partner um enjoys whatever it is that you need from them. Somebody said on my Twitter, the love languages. I don't know if you're here, or that person is here. I feel like most of you guys, if I see you on Twitter, like I'll know, but some of you guys have like different names. But anyways, uh I've never read the different languages of love like in a book, but I know there's supposed to be all these different languages. But even if you know all the languages, in my opinion, you could still have a failed marriage. Like both you and your partner can know about the different love languages in a relationship, and it could still somehow fail. I'm stuck with real name. LOL. Well, you're not stuck with any names. You can change your name like, I don't know, a bunch of times on Twitter. I feel like at this point Elon Musk is probably going to change his name soon. I don't know. He's doing a whole lot on Twitter. It's super fun, but it I'm a little bit worried. Oh, by the way, yeah, Elon Musk was mentioned. I just watched like a clip today where where I guess it was a deposition from 2019. So Amber Heard had a friend who, when she was living with Johnny Depp in a penthouse somewhere, um, I guess the guy who lives in like the nearby, like probably the same floor penthouse, like another penthouse, this guy was a part of the deposition or whatever from 2019. And so they were playing like a recording of this guy who's supposedly like Amber Heard's friend. And the lawyer, I guess, in 2019 had asked, like, do you know who Elon Musk is? And the guy's like, yes. And then he was like, well, when did Elon Musk, or like, did he come to the apartment, like her apartment, her penthouse? And the guy's like, yes. And then they were like, well, when did he come? And then the guy's like, around, I think it was like, and again, you have to watch the court trials yourself, but I think it was pretty wild. It was something like she had, I guess, gotten a restraining order. Like she was still married to Johnny Depp, because they got married in 2015, and I think she was with Elon Musk in 2016. And I don't think she got divorced with Johnny Depp till 2017, but do your own DD. This is just off of my basic memory from reading random stuff online. Uh, but I think it was like around, well, the guy who was in the deposition was saying like he remembers it was just about 4 weeks or so, or within that time span after she had gotten the restraining order from Johnny Depp, that Elon Musk had gone to the penthouse. And I was like, darn, I'm so jealous. Like, I wish I lived in that penthouse next door to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Then I would have been like, hi, Elon. Can I get an autograph? Or maybe you'd be like, I don't know, maybe you would have a chance to ride the same, I think it was the same elevator. Yeah, probably the same elevator. Imagine seeing Elon Musk in an elevator. Elon and Trump will make an alliance, it seems, Bake says. I don't know, guys. I will believe that they have a true alliance once Elon Musk, I don't know, takes a huge, like, oh my God, imagine if Elon Musk dumps, this is just my wishful thinking, obviously. I don't think it's actually going to happen, but imagine if he dumps his shares for Twitter, his huge stakeholding, and puts it into DWAC, aka the SPAC company that's supposed to be taking Trump Media Technology Group public. That would be wild. That would be insane. But then I would believe that they really have an alliance. Right now, he doesn't really say anything like pro Trump, to be honest. I don't think Elon Musk is like, I love Trump. I think he's just like, I'm over Biden, clearly, the current White House administration. I'm just over the Democratic Party, and I'm all for the Republican Party now. Like, I think because there's like no other choice, that he's literally just stuck with left or right. Like, that's it. It's not necessarily that he's like, I love Trump, make America great again. Like, I don't think that's what he intends. But who knows? Maybe he will like Trump later on and then join Truth Social. I guess that will be very obvious if he does. The Love Language is a band, and I used to follow from NC. They were good, Alan says. Not sure what happened to them. Oh, I don't know about that band. Elon is your one true bae. Bardista says. um, yeah. I was saying to my SO, I'm like, I would never leave you. I don't think I would ever leave you. But I'm like, but would I leave you for Elon Musk? That would be the only person I would consider, but just kidding. I don't think I would do that. That's evil. I don't think I would. I think I like Elon Musk as like some person I admire and would seriously pay for their food. Even if I was broke, I'll be like, take you out. and make sure you're fed if you're ever on the streets, but I don't think he'll ever be on the streets. I make my own healing products, Growsway says, using different kinds of botanicals, herbs. Ooh, okay. Free soap. So that's kind of like natural path, right? And infuse them in select oils. Frankincense. I don't know how to pronounce that. Frankincense, mirth, and dragon's blood, and cannabis oil. I don't know what dragon's blood is, but that sounds cool. I have an online store. Grose says, well, send us the link for anybody that wants to check it out. Elon's mom is on Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Yes, I posted it on my Instagram story. Elon's mom is super cool. But yeah, she's on Sports Illustrated, and I guess it was a big deal that I made it on CNN News because she is the oldest known person, female, I guess, or maybe just oldest person ever, maybe, to be on Sports Illustrated front cover magazine. Her other kids are also successful. Heard one is a director or something, Henry says. Yeah, no. Like, I've been seeing articles about her and how all her children, like, obviously did really well. I feel like if my brother was Elon Musk, I'd be like, pretty set for life, just saying. But I'm sure they don't have to rely on him, that the mom taught them good enough that they are just pretty successful on their own. But I don't think Elon Musk, honestly, to be fair, he didn't come from a poor family. I mean, I don't think they were ever poor. So I think they had a good setup, shall I say, from the very get-go. If you were Elon's close friend, how would you call him? Elon sounds too formal. David, I don't know. What would you call Elon aside from Elon? I don't really hear. Are there nicknames for him? I think I would just call him the Doge Father. Hey, what's up, Doge Father? That's a little, maybe that's more formal. I don't know. Doge Father? I don't really have E-God. E-God is a little weird. But yeah, Elon, E-God, Doge Father. I think I would just call him Elon. Yeah, because I don't have another name for him at this current point in time, even if I was his close friend. I'd just be like, hey man, what's up? Yes. I'll remember if I ever see him on the street, I should be like, hey man, what's up? But like, can I get a picture, man? Okay, guys, thank you for being a part of my live stream. I'm gonna go and watch the third part of the Fantastic Beasts series, which apparently, sadly, Johnny Depp is not a part of. Or at least I heard he got canceled, and that's why he's not Grindelwald. So there's a bad guy in the Fantastic Beasts series, and his name is Grindelwald. And the first movie barely had any Johnny Depp. It was like near the end, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the first movie. That's when they revealed like the bad guy is Johnny Depp, and he's barely in the first movie, but I'm sure he got paid a lot. And then the second one, it's literally called Crimes of Grindelwald. So he's like a huge part in the second movie that I watched. Now I'm gonna watch the third one, the 2022 one that was released. I forgot. I don't know what the name is. I'll find out. But that one, I think he wasn't allowed to be in it, or I heard that they found another actor or something. I don't know who's the actor in replacement of Johnny Depp. But I hope that if they do any more Fantastic Beasts series, that Johnny Depp comes back if he gets uncanceled out of this trial, which by the end of this month, I guess we'll find out who's going to win. But from current trial clips that I've seen, I would be mind blown if Johnny Depp doesn't win. Or I don't know what other outcomes are there. Could it be that they just both don't win and then the judge is like, guys, it's over. Like, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. You're both at fault. Like, is that a possibility? I don't know. All right. Good night, guys. Take care.